Well, hi, Madden. It's me, Nana, and I'm here to read you. Actually, this is going to be a little longer book. This one is called Corduroy. This is your Uncle Matthew's book. It was his very first book. So I thought that I would get you a book for yourself, for your little small book for you. Isn't that cute? But I am going to read from Matt's Corduroy book. So it's a little bit longer. Bear with me. Bear with me. Corduroy. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for someone to come along and take him home. See, there's Corduroy waiting to go home from the toy store. The store was filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Then one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes and said, "Oh, Mommy, look, the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much money already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He lost a button on one of his shoulder straps." See, there's Corduroy, and one of his straps is missing the button. So he does not look new. Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight, I would go and see if I can find it." See, there's Corduroy. He didn't know he had a missing button. Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down off a shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. Look at that. He is just looking everywhere for his button. I wonder where that button is. Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he stepped onto the escalator and up he went. Could this be a mountain, he wondered? I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain. Look at that. He stepped on the escalators. Now he's heading up. Oh my goodness. He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor. And there before his eyes was the most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. "This must be a palace," Corduroy gasped. "I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace. Look how amazing that top floor looked. It had so many things there. Oh my goodness." He wandered around admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And up he crawled onto this large and thick mattress. All at once he saw something small and round. "Why, here's my button," he cried. And he tried to pick it up, but like the other buttons on the mattress, they were tied down. Look at all those buttons, and they were tied down. He's trying to pull it out. He yanked and pulled with both paws until pop, off came the button. And off the mattress, Corduroy too. And he toppled and banged onto the top floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Oh no, the lamp fell over. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going on his rounds on the floor above when he heard that crash, and he came dashing down the escalator. "Now, who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding in here." Oh, watchman. He saw the lamp. Whoa. He flashed his light under and over the sofas and the beds until he came to the biggest bed of all. And there he saw 2 fuzzy brown ears sticking up from the covers. "Hello," he said. "How did you get upstairs?" There was Corduroy on the bed. The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with all the other animals and dolls. Look at that. Back to the same place he went. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store in the morning, and there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same little girl that he had seen the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I've saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I can bring you home." There she is, paying for little Corduroy. Look at that. Lucky Corduroy. "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the sales lady asked. "Oh, no, thank you," Lisa answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. She ran up all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight into her room. Look at that. She just ran as quickly as she could. Look at carrying Corduroy. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like that enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know I've always wanted a home." Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew him a new button on his overalls. "I like you the way you are," she said, "but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened." Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Corduroy got his button. The end. Wasn't that a great story, my love? I love the story, Corduroy. It is a great book, and I hope you liked it too. Nana loves you.